every time I do an indoor practice, hitting practice, this is one of the drills that I use. It works really well. Again, you don't have to have anybody throwing the ball. You don't have to do anything other than have somebody sitting in the box, a hitter sitting in the box, and going to the points of contact where you should be hitting the pitch inside, middle, and away. If you're short on space or time, or you just want another drill, use this drill here. I set 3 balls. I'm a lefty, so I got 1 ball out in front for the inside pitch. I got 1 ball sitting in the middle to hit the ball back up the middle. And I've got 1 ball sitting on the outside corner of the plate to drive the ball the other way. And all I have the hitters do is get in their position, in their launching position. And all I do is get them to rotate their back foot to the baseball, whatever ball. So I start in, then I go middle, then away. And they just do it on their own. So at first, when you start doing this drill, you have to tell them which ball to go to. So it sounds something like this. It'll be inside. And then all you'll do is have them stop here, right? They can see the baseball down below, and you get them to point their back foot to the baseball. That'll allow them to keep their hips and their head on the baseball, and that'll help them figure out where they need to let that ball travel in order to be successful to hit the inside pitch. So you notice that ball inside is up front. Now all we do is get them to visualize the pitch coming in, follow in. They're going to track the baseball. They're going to load. They're going to trigger, and they're going to stop right there at the point of contact of that baseball. And that way, if they have poor balance, you can start working on their balance also. And this really helps with getting their balance in check, and it also gets them to memorize where their barrel should be and where their body should be when they're hitting the inside, middle, and away. So the middle pitch will look like this. Visualize the ball coming in, let track the baseball. You're going to load, you're going to trigger. Boom. The back foot points to the ball up the middle. The hips stay on that baseball, chest stays on that baseball, and the head stays on that baseball. You can see that pitch, you can hit it. Okay? The biggest mistake people do get is they over rotate and they can't see these pitch middle away, and they can drive that pitch out inside, but they can't hit anything middle away. This will really help them with that. With if you have any hitters that struggle with middle away, this would really help them. So the third pitch is that outside pitch. Again, you're going to make them visualize the ball come in. You're going to track the baseball. They're going to load. They're going to trigger. And this time they take that back foot. Boom. They point it to the outside pitch. That keeps everything, hips, chest, and nose on top of the baseball in a strong position. Notice my hands are in a strong position. And that'll allow you to drive the ball the other way. So once they've mastered this drill and you want to add another element to this drill, now we could add a couple baseballs. We can add one on the inner third, one on the outer third of the plate. And what I'm doing here is the inner third will be driving the ball hard to right center for me, and the outer third will be driving the ball hard to left center. And this will teach them 5 points of contact. And once they start nailing the 3 points of contact, the 5 points of contact, you'll start seeing them really drive the baseball to the gaps too, because they're going to know their mechanics already, and they're going to be able to drive the ball to each gap. So looks something like this. Same mechanics for everything. Inner third, visualize the ball coming in, trigger, swing, boom. Notice the barrel's on top of the baseball. The bat, my back foot is pointed to that baseball. My chest and my head is on the baseball. They'll be able to drive the ball hard to right center field. And with that fifth ball that I just added, same thing. You're going to let the ball travel, visualize the ball in, right? You're going to track it. You're going to load. You're going to see the ball. Boom. There, my back foot points to this ball right here. That's the outer third. Barrel's on the ball. My chest is on the ball. The head's on the ball. And you'll be driving gaps all day long. So this is a really important drill for me because I know there's a lot of drills out there, but this just, you can work on this drill all day long at home, nobody around, and you could become a better hitter just by doing this drill over and over and over again. So put this in your repertoire. I think you'll be happy.